Hi, thanks for joining me. A few weeks ago, I did a video on some free bag making patterns, and you guys said it was all really helpful and you really enjoyed that video. So I thought I would do another video or a series of other videos, basically showcasing some free bag making patterns that are specific to a type of bag. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 free backpack bag making patterns that I hope you'll really like and enjoy making. Hi, my name's Deb and I make videos on all things bag making, and in today's video I'm going to go over 5 backpack bag making patterns that are free and ideal for people who are new to bag making or who haven't made a backpack before and want to experiment. So let's get started. So the first one to share with you is this fun size backpack by Learn, Create, Sew. This is a blog post and this is the backpack that you will be making. It's a fun size backpack, so it is a little bit smaller than a regular size backpack at 9 by 11 inches, and it does use binding. So if you haven't done binding before and want to experiment, this would be the perfect pattern to do that with. It has a cool little pocket on the front for keeping keys or cards or a small purse in the front, and then a bigger section behind. So it shows you all of the inside of the bag and how it comes together, and we then go through all of the supplies that you're going to need, and then it takes you into the videos. So it's broken up into 3 parts, so you can literally watch whichever part you need to based on where you are in the pattern, and you can go back to them at any point. So I really like this one because the videos are really quite detailed and do take you through step by step how to create this cool little backpack from start to finish. So that is the fun size backpack by Learn, Create, Sew, and I will have links to all of these patterns or blog posts in the description down below. Next we move on to the Wanderlust rucksack. This is on a blog post by Hawthorne Supply Co, and it is a roll top backpack, and I think this one is great because it is all square pieces that you need to cut. So it's very straightforward. It does have a list of all the supplies that you're going to need in order to create this backpack, and then it has cutting out instructions for what you need to cut out of which material before it then goes into a very detailed explanation of how to make this backpack. So there's so many pictures, really in-depth full instructions all the way through of how this backpack goes together. And I do think this is a great one for beginners because it is just all square pieces, and at the end you will have a really useful functional backpack. I love these sort of like roll top backpacks. That obviously means it can expand a little bit further if you have more things to go in it. So it will be ideal for taking on a fabric shopping expedition, and it expands the more fabric that you buy and put inside of it. So that is the Wanderlust rucksack by Hawthorne Supply Co. I will post a link to this blog post in the description. So next up we have this really cool funky unicorn backpack by So Much Ado. This I think is really out there, really unique, especially for a free bag pattern. So you would simply add the pattern to your cart and then check out with a 0 balance, and then once you've got your pattern pieces you will click on to the instructions on how to make the pattern. I believe it has SVG files, so if you use a cutting machine you're able to cut out the unicorn pieces, which obviously makes it a lot easier. When you go onto the pattern page, there is a lot of pictures showcasing the backpack in its finished form. So the instructions don't start until around about halfway down the page. So don't be put off and think that the instructions aren't there. They are just a little bit further down. So it goes through all of the supplies that you need, how to print out the pattern pieces, and it also goes through how to download the unicorn face for cutting machines as well. And then it goes into a full explanation of exactly how to construct this bag, from the interface and stabilizers through to the straps and popping on the unicorn face on the front. So it's a very, very detailed pattern description, so you shouldn't have any problems following this pattern. Even though it looks as if it's quite difficult, it is a fairly straightforward make with very, very detailed instructions to help you through. So that is the unicorn backpack by So Much Ado. And next we move on to the Spoonflower blog. So this is a really simple drawstring bag, which again I think is really, really good as a beginner pattern, especially if you've done very, very little bag making up till now. You'll end up with a really useful drawstring bag, which if you go to the gym or you swim, or you know, it's great for shopping, for putting bits and pieces in and making sure that you have both of your hands free because it's on your back. This again is a very detailed blog post. It's why I've included it. It does have full description all the way through, as well as a link to the PDF, so that if you print out and then you can cut out your pattern pieces from the PDF. There is, like I said, instructions all the way through, right from cutting out and interfacing through to sewing it up and inserting the drawstring through the top. So this should be really easy to follow and you will end up with a lovely drawstring bag at the finish. It is definitely worth checking out the Spoonflower blog because they often release tutorials and patterns that are really quite good for beginners as well. And the last pattern to feature is the Biru backpack project by Yoan Sewing Studio. This pattern does come in two sizes. It's the small size that is free. If you want the larger size, that is a paid for version, but the small size is completely free. Again, it comes with full instructions of how to make it, as well as a detailed description of all of the materials that you might use. And this is a video tutorial as well. So it's literally step by step taking you through the process of making the small backpack. The fabrics suggested are things like canvas or denim or a heavy linen. That will really give the bag some nice structure. And one of the reasons that I included this one is because it does feature rolled handles. I think that is a really good technique to learn because that will be able to be used in other bag making projects in the future. There's a zip on the front as well as a really big zip opening at the top. So I think this not only would be a great pattern for developing techniques, but you'd also have a very useful backpack at the end of it. So that is the Biru backpack project. So I hope you found those 5 patterns useful. If you are considering making a backpack for the first time, please do check through those patterns and see if any of them fit the brief of the backpack that you want to make. If you've come across any other backpack patterns that are free of charge and want to share them, please do post them in the description box down below and then people can go and check those out as well. So I hope you have found this video useful. If you have, please do give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, see you soon. Bye.